think it is now. I think the building has changed now, but no, it wasn't. It was just girls only, yeah.
Because I read somewhere you were at school with William Roach.
No, I wasn't actually with him.
Oh, okay.
No, he was at the
same school. Oh, at the same... Oh, okay. So,
other school.
How did you sort of get into acting?
Well, it was a bit of a fluke, really. I just, found out I could act at school, and then entered, took an audition for RADA and got in and did it that way, and then just sort of got jobs in rep and stuff. I couldn't do anything else. I mean, I was no good at maths or anything like that. So and my grandma was a bit of an entertainer. She was a chorus girl with for a bit, and I think that's where it came from. And my three brothers would all get up and do not a turn exactly, but they would all get up and do jokes and make speeches. They were always the people that were chosen. I was the quietest member of the family, but I can't believe I'm really doing this now.
Can you remember what your first professional role was?
My first professional role wasn't a role. It was dancing in a pantomime chorus.
Really?
That was the first time I was ever on the stage when I was paid. And the first professional role, I was in rep, I think.
Okay.
I think it was... oh, no, it wasn't. I know what it was. It was a Bromley rep in the 7-Year Itch. I played one of the dream girls in an American play called The 7-Year Itch, which Marilyn Monroe did as a film. And I played a dream girl, and I made my own frock, floated on.
Have you done much panto? Have you ever done panto? You said you'd done...
I did it once. I did it many years ago in Dudley and Worcestershire as principal girl. Yeah, I did panto. Just that once. It's enormous fun, actually. I would quite like to do the Funny Fairy now.
It'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So if any panto producers are listening, you're free this week? You're free this Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
This is Howling Dick, and if you enjoy the blues, you're really going to love Wednesday nights on Seclo Sounds. I'm going to be playing the best in American roots, boogie and gospel, featuring music by the greats and some of the not so well known. From Charlie Patton to Eric Clapton and beyond, if it's blues, it's going to be here. So please, join me, Howling Dick, Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, with blues from the MK Delta, here on seclosounds.org, bringing communities and people together.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain and hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But It's strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans that play Creole. Creole. And then the man steps right up to the microphone and says at last, just as the time bell rings, good night, now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans, we are the Sultans of Swing.
A lot of the sort of older listeners will probably remember you in Coronation Street.
Yeah.
You were Valerie Tatlock, and then you became Valerie Barlow.
Yeah.
That was, and then you were in Corrie for, was it 10 years?
9 years.
9 years.
Yes, that was a long time.
I know. Would you fancy doing another soap, or?
No.
No, you don't fancy? Because you were married to, was it a writer on Coronation Street?
Yes, he was actually a writer and producer called Peter Eckersley, and then he became head of drama at Granada. He sadly died when he was 45 of cancer in 1981.
Yeah, because you gave up acting to have a family and to...
Well, it wasn't just that, love. It was because Peter was ill, and my son was very tiny, and my mother was ill, and she was with us, so there wasn't a lot of room for my career, really. And then I restarted in 1986.
I know, it's unbelievable. But
Not
I look,
going again,
yeah.
and clawed my way back to the top.
Well, I've seen some of the people.
Stepping on anybody who got in my way.
So
No, really.
You're quite ruthless then, are you?
No, I'm not. I tend to go with the wind or the tide. I tend to just wait for the wind to blow me. I'm very relaxed about it, really. And I must say, somebody up there looks after me because I've just landed in very nice places, actually.
I looked through your CV. You've done Benny Hill.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
know.
Well, that was my first telly job.
Was it? And then
he was mad. He was funny. He used to tease me so much because they knew I was so innocent and just a terrible crap. I mean, that was live television. I always used to wonder at Bob Monkhouse in his archive, because he used to record everything, if he'd actually got a copy of that show. But unfortunately, he died before
That's right.
I wanted to ask him. Yes.
One of my favourite comics. You also worked with Tony Hancock. That must have been amazing as well.
Well, yeah, tiny parts. I was in about 5 of those, playing an odd line. Yes, it was interesting.
Okay.
And I think I'm the only person who worked in the original ones and worked in the Paul Merton version, when he did the Hancock things years later. Years ago.
Because you also with Patricia Routledge in Hattie Wainthropp Investigates. And
Routledge, yeah.
Routledge, yeah. I'll get my teeth organised this morning.
You won't like it if you pronounce it.
No, I know. Terrible, isn't it? I'll be in trouble with that.
You will.
So
yes, she's a wonderful actress. Wonderful actress. I think her Hyacinth Bouquet is just she's a wonderful... I love her physical comedy, yeah. I've worked with all kinds of interesting people. Ian Carmichael, I worked with.
Oh, yes.
Tony Britton, I can't remember now. In Hot Fuzz.
Oh, yes, I remember
that. was full of... I think we had Timothy Dalton, of course, who was James Bond, Edward Woodward, sadly no longer with us, and Simon Pegg, who's just heaven. No, it's always fun. I like that thing about the business, about not knowing who you're going to be meeting next. I love that. Some people don't like to know some people like to know where they're going to be in a year's time. I hate knowing where I'm going to be in a year's time.
You don't plan in advance then?
No, I don't like. I couldn't stand long runs.
You don't. I've seen also you've been twice in Doctor Who. Once in 1989, and then again in 2007.
You've done your research.
I have a little bit. Yeah, and it must have been with 2 different doctors as well, wasn't it?
Yes, one was Sylvester McCoy.
And
I played a character called Nurse Crane, and then with Dinsdale Landon I can't think of the other guy. And then I worked with David Tennant in a few years ago. I can't remember the date. I have to look it up.
It was 2007, and it was an episode called Smith and Jones, apparently.
Yeah, what a wonderful actor. Yeah,
he's great, isn't he?
Actor.
Great actor. You've also, I've just looked through. You were in peak practice for a little while.
Nearly a year with Hayden Gwynn. Yeah. Yes,
and then you were with in Midsummer Murders. I think nearly every actress has been in that, or actor has been in that.
You kind of have to do that. I think
it's a cracking show, isn't it?
And I have done Miss Marple playing a nun.
That's right.
And recently, it hasn't gone out yet. I'm in the very last Poirot that will ever go out.
Are you?
And that was bizarre because it's one of my all-time favourite programmes.
It's a fabulous show, isn't it?
Actually being in something that you've admired for so long, you feel kind of weird. I said I feel like a woman who's won a competition to spend 2 days in Poirot. I just felt so weird being there. It's very odd, so I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
He is. David Suchet is absolutely fabulous, isn't it?
Absolutely. The definitive. I think him and Jeremy Brett as Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
And what's she called? The original Miss Marple. Nixon. I
think it's before my time, that one. But
no, the original. But I do think Julia is wonderful.
She is good, isn't it? Yes, I like her in that.
Julia Mackenzie is great as Marple. unexpected. I would never have cast her. I told her that. But she's brilliant.
So most people remember you from the Dinner Ladies, where you played